The presentations and speakers were selected by the program committee. The speaker, Mr. CHUNG-NAN, is a director of IT department of Kaohsiung Armed Forces General Hospital. He is interested in open source and sharing the issues and solving them together, and his priority is the well-being of programmers and medical staff. And he is now a Ruby on Rails and DevOps evangelist, and he is now looking for a very first Rubyist physician and Rubyist nurse. Today he is going to give a presentation under the theme of From Idea to Implementation, Ruby on Rails, Streamlining Military Hospital Operations in Taiwan. Now I give you Mr. CHUNG-NAN, please.
Thank you for your kind introduction. Although I don't understand Japanese. 皆さん、こんにちは, and good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to apologize first, because Japanese and English is not my native language. So I will give a talk in English today. I'm trying to explain my ideas as simple as I can, and I hope everyone will understand what I will explain. I'm really happy to be here, and I'd like to thank the committee for accepting my proposal. Today, I'm very excited to share with you what the topic is. From ideas to implementation, streamline military hospital operations in Taiwan. I'm CHUNG-NAN, and the IT director of Kaohsiung Armed Forces General Hospital. Once again, I'm from Kaohsiung, Taiwan, also Team Taiwan. My name is CHUNG-NAN, but you can just call me Nickle as well. Taiwan has a total of 40 military hospitals, all supervised by the Medical Affairs Bureau under the Ministry of National Defense. Our hospital, the Kaohsiung Armed Forces General Hospital, is led by our superintendent, Major General Wu Shentang. We currently have 727 inpatient beds, around 150 doctors, and about 1,400 staff members. We locate round close from the Weiwin National Kaohsiung Center for the Arts. It's a place with such a beautiful night view, right? I welcome all of you to visit if you have a chance. I'd be generally happy to be your guide. I mean it. The mayor of Kaohsiung once said, Kaohsiung is the most friendly city in Taiwan towards Japan. In January this year, 7 members of the Izumo City Council from Shimane visited Kaohsiung. During their visit, they exchanged ideas on topics like tourism, education, and agriculture. In the future, if the opportunity arises, I believe it would be great to be increased exchange, including with the IT industry in Matsue, Ruby City, especially in areas open source software and Ruby promotion. So welcome to Kaohsiung. Here, what I'm going to talk about. The first is I will share a bit about the history of Ruby and how it connects to me. Next, I will talk about some small victory or what call MVP as minimum viable products. I will dive into a big platform focusing on integration. Then and finally, I share some thoughts on the future of healthcare development. The first session is about history of Ruby, Rails, and me. Ruby first versions was released in 1995. In 2001, I started using OS Commerce, an open source PHP-based software for building e-commerce websites. I was the first contributor to the official traditional Chinese language bake. In 2003, Ruby 1.8 was released, and I began working at military hospital while continuing to promote e-commerce event, publishing my first tutorial book. In 2005, Rails first version 1.0 was released, and I published my second book about e-commerce. In 2007, Ruby 1.9 and Rails 2.0 was released. At the same year, I founded the Open Source E-Commerce Association in Taiwan. From 2013 to 2014, Rails experienced its golden age in Taiwan, with many developers using it for web development. I first met Raymond and Docker in 2015, and I slowly started to like Ruby, but I didn't seriously to starting to learning Ruby and Rails until 2020 with Ruby 3.0 and Rails 6.1. In 2021, Ruby 3.1 and Rails 7.1 were released in the same years as the pandemic outbreak. In 2022, I completed my first MVP project related to COVID-19. In 2023, I presented a poster about this project at ISQO in Seoul, Korea. This is a brief summary of my history. So in second session, I'd like to talk about some of small victories I achieved at hospital, which are often called MVP. In 2022, the number of COVID-19 cases worldwide was approaching 500 million. However, in Taiwan, there were about 30,000 cases before April 15, 2022. But within 2 weeks, the number skyrocketed to 2 million by May 31. To optimize medical resources for COVID-19 patients, and considering the constraint at that time, each patient could only stay in COVID-19 ward for 8 days, and each attending physician could provide care for only 15 days. Additionally, our medical information system could not provide real-time reports. Therefore, I decided to develop a real-time MVP for hospitalized COVID-19 patients in Ruby on Rails. In this case, there are 4 different roles involved: emergency, inflation control, nursing station, and coordinating team. There are a total of 80 COVID-19 beds, but our health information system is based on a client-server architecture. So Ruby can be handy for this task. Here's my user stories. The first, that the ward or bed coordinator needs to know how many patients are PCR positive to help with bed location. The second is that the ward staff need to know if there are any positive patient in the general ward, so they can be transferred to COVID-19 ward. The third is that ward staff need to know which patient have stayed in the COVID-19 ward more than 8 days, so they can be transferred to a buffer ward, improving the care turnover rate. As I mentioned before, the number of COVID-19 cases in Taiwan increased greatly during the last 2 years of May. Starting from the June 1, I wrote a simple user story and began developing with Ruby on Rails in just 3 days. I launched the MVP, and who was the one person who made this happen? Of course, it was me. This is the results. On the left, you can see rough sketch showing how the system was set up at that time. Basically, every 10 minutes, we pulled data from Oracle database and wrote it into Postgre. The key info was shown right on the dashboard. As you can see, 109 is the total number of PCR positive patients. The 38 represents the number of patients who have been in hospital for more than 8 days. And the 5 is number of patients waiting to be transferred to COVID-19 ward. These numbers are clickable, and clicking on them allows drilling down into more detailed information. In the lower right corner, the grade number 17 and 19 are the isolate COVID-19 words, while number 2 is the buffer word. So that's the year. We brought this Ruby MVP project to International Society for Quality in Healthcare, also known as ISQA. This is MVP2. It's a kiosk system for searching the inpatient list. Every morning, our inpatient services staff prints the current inpatient list and posts it for public reference. However, this approach is not aligned with ESG policy and lacks real-time updates, as this is printed only once a day, with many patients being admitted and discharged within 24 hours. It often leads to situations where inpatients cannot find their information. So from June 13 to June 16 this year, I developed another MVP using Ruby on Rails. Again, it was done by just one person, still me. Here's the final result. I used an $80 Raspberry Pi 5, a touchscreen, and Ruby-based MVP to create a real-time kiosk system for searching inpatient information we also deployed this service with our Gangshan branch in Kaohsiung. Another example of MVP is hospitals Linebot. It has features like appointment booking, check-in, virtual health insurance card, payment, registration, pharmacy, and blood test waiting numbers. So we organize several events to encourage people use it. And guess what? I was the only one who developed it. It was me. This is also a platform developed by just one person. Many serving as a client data platform to provide service to public. Looking ahead, we will keep developing new health MVP projects. As we create more MVPs, we need a bigger platform for system integration. So this startup stack is the backbone of my system integration. This diagram shows RubyWorld database, CI/CD like GitLab, and monitoring tools like Grafana or Tableau. Honestly, I really enjoy this setup, and I keep iterating on the tools is make things better, continuously improving how everything works together. Okay, now let's returning the healthcare side of things. Over the right, you can see the main structure of our healthcare information system. At the core, we got a database which could be Oracle database and any other database. Then we have the main system for emergency, outpatient, and inpatient care. But right now, there are all client-server apps, not web-based. Looking ahead, we plan to use new web framework, including Docker, Keycloak, OpenLDAP, and database integrate to build a new generation of healthcare systems that are highly available and more modern. This is an integrated portal platform built with Ruby on Rails. It's basically an internal website that brings together our human resource, healthcare, and other service, all connected through single sign-on. BI and the dashboard are also super important for system integration. I use them to show and keep track of the results of the MVP. And I decided to go with the commercial version of Tableau, but I still have a love for open source tools. Tableau comes with a gem that lets me integrate it smoothly into the MVP development, which honestly saved me a lot of my time. What's impressive about Tableau is that I can create dashboard directly from multiple data sources, even data center, and then just embed them right into my Ruby application. It's super convenient. Another point worth mentioning is Smart on File. It is a standard for healthcare application. We can explain it this way. File is the emerging standard for health data. And While SMART is the standard for application accessing files, in the United States, some regulation already require healthcare application to comply with the standard. Last month, Taiwan Ministry of Health and Welfare invited Professor Mendel, the founder of Smart on File, to give a lecture. In his talk, he mentioned a developer's concept similar to MVP, one design, one developer, and 1 week. This idea is similar to what we call a one-person web framework. Taiwan is also preparing to promote this standard, and Ruby has been officially recognized SMART as one of the tools of smart development. Even though the number of the Ruby users in Taiwan is going down, I'm really happy that our government has officially recognized Ruby is one of the key language for building the future digital health platform. Finally, let's wrap things up by discussing what's next for Ruby and health care development. Here's why I am so grateful for Ruby and Rails. There are 3 main reasons. The first, they made me feel like a truly system developers, not just someone who writing small scripts. The second, they helped us realize that our hospital could actually build its own health care systems, even though we had always outsourced that work. The third, they allowed us to bring ideas to life quickly and address a lot of pain points along the way. And finally, they truly made a lasting impact of my life, for which I'm incredibly thankful. Does anyone know who this guy is? Yeah, Jensen Huang. He said, we need more developers to come up with more ideas. So, in the next few years, we are planning to hire about 10 Ruby on Rails developers to come up with more ideas as well. Finally, here's what I'm aiming for. I want to make Ruby on Rails fun again, and I want to keep things simple again. And I want to make tiny idea into reality easier. And I want to healthcare software to actually feel easy to use. I know it's not gonna be easy, but I believe it will be worth it. So big thanks to Ruby, and big thanks to Rails. And of course, a huge thanks to Ms. Moto-san. Thank you. That's all for my talk today. Thank you for your listening, and any question?
ありがとうございました。それでは会場からのご質問をお受けしたいと思います。はい、質問のある方、挙手をお願いいたします。
Please.
はい。
Comments, please.
Don't be difficult, please.
Thank you for the talk. I was just wondering, if you write the Ruby programs yourself,
Yeah.
is it like on the financial side, my image of development having to do with healthcare like it's always, my image is that it's always really expensive. What about the monetary side? Like, is your hospital saving money by having you write the programs in Ruby?
Okay. I'm trying to answer your question. Because our system always outsource nobody to develop it by myself. So I try to make others to believe we can use an flexible and easy to use and quickly to build our system by MVP, like a small system to integrate my healthcare environment in our hospital. So because our in military hospital is the salary is more rules to define, maybe not like a high technology company salary, even to American or Japanese and other countries, but inside of my hospital, I want to create this environment to develop our system by our own, like this. So the cost maybe I think it would be cheaper to other outsourced firms. Thank you.
Thank you. So it might even be cheaper to outsource it,
Yeah.
by doing it yourself.
Yeah.
There are other, like, you can actually decide everything about
Maybe
the project.
more integration or more easy to operate, to maintain, and maybe easy to fit more quickly dramatic changes in our healthcare environment. Maybe like smart file in the traditional funds, maybe not to develop this software to fit standard smart file. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
ありがとうございました。それでは時間が残り少なくなりましたので、質問は以上とさせていただきます。またご質問ある方いらっしゃいましたら個別にお願いいたします。それでは改めましてお声をいただきましたチュンナン様に大きな拍手をお送りください。この後はストアーズ株式会社。
We're going to have Mr. Shimane's presentation. We are going to have a 10-minute break before that. And the next presentation is start from